morning, BodySlams podcast viewers, and welcome to Breakfast and BodySlams. I believe this is episode 34, I believe, for season 2. I'm going to apologize real quick because we was not on air last week. We decided to take the day off for a day of rest. Sometimes we do have other life stuff that gets involved, and we just need a quick break. So yeah, it is what it is. You got to see me and Joe 2 weeks ago. T wasn't here, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I forgot to hit the send button to get him in the room here. So that was my bad to T. I apologize for that. For all the T fans out there who love him, tune in, give him a shout out, welcome him back from you didn't get to see him for you didn't see him for 2 weeks. But today you will, because he is back. He is live in studio. He's in the green room right now. But before I get my compadres in here, before we kick this little shindig off, I'm going to give some quick shout outs here. First, let's head over to our friends at Red Rose Sports Cars, located in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. That's right, redrosesportscars.com. They have your premiere of, obviously sports cars, baseball, football, basketball, hockey. I believe they have Yu-Gi-Oh cards over there. They even have wrestling cards that I get over there. They buy, sell, trade. So check them out. If you can't get there in person, on location, hit them up online, Red Rose Sports Cars. They even do unboxings. They do reveals. They do videos that you guys can chime in and check out and see what they got in store. Another great group of guys are over at Symbiote Collectibles in West Reading, PA. Them two have a great nostalgic. Well, if you feel like if you want to feel like a little kid, if you're older and you want to get those vibes again, stop in here. Old video games, old action figures. It's great games. They do stuff in the the basement of the store where they have the cards all set up. I think it's Magic the Gathering or something they do. I'm not into that, but if you are, stop by Symbiote Collectibles in West Reading, PA. That's right. And if you are a book reader and you can't get enough of it, check out our cool buddies here that we known for a long time. And Jimmy Corderis, I'm sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied today, just waking up, getting my coffee. The 3 Count on Amazon, My Life in Stripes as a WWE referee. They have it on Kindle and paperback. Sorry, no hardcover for you people at this moment, but time will tell. Also, our buddy Steve the Teacher, Steve Hershowitz. I hope I said it right, Joey. I know you're listening in the green room. Class in session from teacher to wrestler, and it is unlimited on Kindle, paperback, and hardcover. So you don't want to miss out on these 2 great books on Amazon.com. Yeah. Speaking of books, also, I'm sure my buddy Joe, he's probably looking frantically. He's probably trying to find our friend Missy Sampson's books, where she has 3 books out on Amazon. And if he does, that'd be great because we can show him here on air. But yeah, it's one for you out there who's training. It's like a book so you can even when you go to the gym, it's almost like one of those where you track your training. There's a puzzle book she has as well and stuff. But hopefully he finds it and we can show it on here. I did not get the graphics up yet, but hopefully if things go well, like I said, we'll have them here for you to jump on. And one other thing, I don't have no videos from our good friend Pete DeLong, but he's gonna get us that soon, hopefully. But I do want to give another praise to our friend Matt Turner over at the Stardom Cast. And here's Matt to tell you a little bit more about Stardom Cast.
Hello everyone, this is Matt Turner. Join me and my co-host Rob Goodwin every Friday morning as we host the Stardom Cast. It's a podcast we talk about everything about the fantastic professional wrestling world that is Stardom. We have news, notes, previews, and reviews, again, every Friday, the Stardom Cast. Check it out.
Yeah, that's right. If you're into that Joshi style, the women Japanese style of professional wrestling, jump over and check out the Stardom Cast. They're on all these different platforms. They even have a Patreon too, I believe. But with that being said, I know the women out there are waiting frantically for this gentleman. They missed him for the last 2 weeks on the show. So without any further ado, I'm going to bring in the room first. He's the ladies' man. He's the stud muffin. He's Mr. Sleepy in the Morning. He's our man, Tony Reyes. What's up?
Lord help me.
Good
what up?
Morning.
Tired.
The ladies out there are going bonkers. They're going crazy for you right now. They see T's back on the show that they missed you for 2 weeks now. So
Yeah.
Nice shave too, by the way.
Old intro. Shave. These are my glasses, bro.
No, I said shave. Shave. You shaved. You don't got the beard.
Oh, it was itching me. I get it happens. It'll grow back in like 2 days.
Alrighty.
I'm part wolf.
Yeah, I think we all are. All three of us are. Some kind of wolf pack we got going on here. Not the NWO kind, but some kind of. And ladies and gentlemen, without any other further ado, our third amigo in this trios combination. That's right, we're going for the trios championship here. Our man, the Italian stud muffin. He's the Italian folklore hero of meatball, sausage, pasta, spaghetti from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Mr. Joey Joseph Image. Always with that sinister
good morning
smile. Dude, you are so creepy with that when you do that.
I love it, man.
I don't know what I don't know what our viewers think whenever you do that. It's like this dude's like on some
fuck this weird New Jersey kid with this white Santa Claus beard. That I think I found where T. Ray's facial hair went. I like it'll grow back in 2 days. That's how mine is too. If I get rid of this stuff, like a week, it's back. Yo, so I found some stuff he talked about. I want to show this real quick. This is Missy Sampson's training guide, training log, whatever you want to call it. Interesting that her name is not on the front, but it is on the inside. If you go right down there, she has 2 other ones. I don't have the other 2 books, but this is the one. So basically, it's just a training log. So like, here you go. Put your name in there, right? Like when you're 5 years old, you put your name in your book. It says this book belongs to. Oh, see you later, buddy. All right, buddy just took off. I left the door open so he can come and go, and he's going. I don't know. I had to clean up a brown mess earlier before we got live. I hope I don't have to do another one. And then like here's all your your training dates and what you learned and blah 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 and who the trainer was, stuff like that. I mean, it's all basic stuff that people should be writing down anyway. Seminars you've done, moves you've already worked on. I can't tell what side I'm showing the camera, but you get the basic idea. There's blank. What do you call it? I don't know what you call it. Like an outline, I guess, of a person.
Yeah.
When so if you have like ideas for gear, you can kind of draw.
Cool.
There's a template for you to draw them out right there.
I really like this book that you're showing because I don't have it yet, but I'm really digging it. Only for the fact that is some of the new trainees are like I don't want to go and say stuck on stupid. A lot of them are slower than others, and they literally laid this book out for like a little kid type.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of good though for some of the ones who don't get it right away. This is pretty much will help them with the fundamentals of the process. So kudos to her for I hate to say it like this, for dumbing it down for some of the trainees, because like I said, not everyone picks up on it fast like
Yeah,
everybody else.
I wish there was something like this that existed when I first started training. And then I think one of the most important pages in here, well, other than goals, so like you write down a goal and then like when you do it, you write down when, where, who it was against, blah blah blah. But like I think the most important thing for me at least would be the contact page. So
Sweet.
so you get a contact. I mean, you get a promotion you want to work for, right? I want to work for whatever for Pro Wrestling Magic. So you write down Pro Wrestling Magic. Who your contact? What's the social media? Where are they located? So then you know if you're going to be in that area for somebody else, you go back and look. Oh shit, Pro Wrestling Magic's going to be in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. I'm going to be in whatever Patterson, New Jersey for Gino Caruso. Maybe I'll call them and see if I can get something the same weekend. Blah blah whatever. So I mean, this is something I wish we had when I was training, man. This would be.
I love the way it's laid out, because from what I can tell from I guess the page material, they're because they're not really white pages. They're like what? Like a off-white whatever color.
I don't know.
And everything is so big though. Like all the lettering and everything is so big.
Yeah.
It's like if you want to use crayons. Like it literally reminds me of a kid's coloring book where you can use crayons on this thing.
Yeah. And then there's just blank pages in the back for notes or whatever.
Yeah,
But
that is
this is a cool idea. I love Missy Sampson. I've known her for a lot of years, and I like I said, I wish this was something that was around when I first started training. Man, this little hook piece is really driving me insane. I gotta
it
trim
happens. You gotta wash. You gotta put
this.
some.
So I found that. Well, this I think I've shown before.
Yes, we just
Teacher book.
we just plugged
No,
that.
I know. But I was looking for it while you were talking about them, and so I got this Steve the Teacher book. Um, well, like I said, I got this a while back when it first came out. So check it out. I know you talked about it earlier, and I'm trying to find one of the pages with my name on it, but there's so many.
See, what you gotta get a bookmarker and just start bookmarking them.
And then this I got several years ago now when it came out. Still not in a hardcover, like you said. I don't know if there's going to be one or not, but this is a great book. This is a book. Even if you want to just learn how to referee, there's a ton of stories in here. You can take tips and tips and notes and stuff like that from lessons. So check this out. 3 Count, Jimmy Corderas' book. I still want to send this off to him and have him sign it, but I just haven't had that chance yet. Anyway, you get the point. So there's the books that Chio talked about. We looked for him a couple weeks ago. Oh, Buddy went to sleep on the other couch. I must have been making too much. Last night I had the AEW pay-per-view on, kind of loud. I'm playing video games on my computer. That's kind of loud. And he's over there sleeping on the couch. And he just gets up and looks at me and walks out of the room. I didn't see him for 2 hours. He went and fell asleep on the other couch. So I guess I'm making too much noise for him.
I guess he said the hell with this pay-per-view.
Actually, man, I'm critical of AEW a lot, but this is a real good show. I mean, it had its moments where, stuff needs to be fixed, but we'll talk about it in a little bit.
So, yeah.
I got my fruit smoothie here, and I'm all right.
Yeah, so if anything here, I don't want to hear what you're talking about right now, because I didn't watch it last night because I got home late and I was doing other things. So I'm going to leave this segment up to you and T, and maybe I'll catch this part on because like I said, I don't want to hear anything you have to say, because I might want to watch the pay-per-view replay.
How come when I get tickets, they were in Newark last night, 10 minutes, 15 minutes from my house. How come when I get tickets to shows, I invite friends of mine? When my friends go to Newark 15 minutes away, I don't hear nothing about it till they're there. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
No more invites. No more invites. Half of those, well, and I would say 99% of those tickets are free also. So y'all don't invite me when you're getting free tickets.
It's okay. You could have came down. You could have came down with me on Friday. You could have came down here with Friday, and you could have sat with Chris O'Malley.
Doing what? Nothing.
I can tell you the story off the air of, let's just say it's 2. It's 2. But yeah, I'm gonna jump out of the room here. I'm gonna let you and T discuss AEW Full Gear, and I'll jump back in when you guys are done, so we can get into some meal.
We're gonna try to be quick because T's
some pro
tired.
wrestling
It's
meal.
time for T to go back to bed.
This is my meal.
Look
Here.
at that. Yeah, we're gonna try to be quick. Yeah, we'll be
Yeah,
quick.
we're just gonna blow through the show because next week I believe there's another pay per view next week, right?
I don't know. Is there?
Yeah, I think
Yep.
yeah, the Survivor Series. So, but
Oh yeah,
War
every
the last week in
Games.
November. Right. I
so
forgot.
so everyone, I'll be back. I'm leaving it up to them. Goodbye.
Good luck with that.
Indeed.
All right. What do you want to? What do you want to start with, man? The beginning.
At the beginning to the end, just like we'll quick skim through all the matches, all the like good parts.
All right. So there's the full card right there. I don't know how to get the bottom stuff off the banners off the bottom of the screen. Hold on a minute.
What? There we
Covering
go.
everything. So. All right. Well, you get the idea. I don't know how to get that bottom stuff, but there you go. Now it's behind it. I don't know what happened there, but all right. So this is the full card, right? This is including the pre-show, and
Yep.
like, there's just I don't know, man. There's so why is it to be so long? Why can't
I
we
have
just do
no.
like 7 matches?
This is a struggle every 3 months when we watch them. Like every 2 months, 3 months. It's like 15 matches, 16 matches. By the time 11 o'clock hits, everybody's drained, except for the people in the arena.
Oh, they're even more drained because they're screaming all night. This is 13, I think. 3, 6,
Yeah,
9, 12,
13.
13. Yeah. So at 11 o'clock, I looked at my clock. It was 10:55, and there were still 2 matches to go. And I'm like, dude, this is not. I'm not gonna get to bed till 2 o'clock. And the press conference afterwards didn't end until 1:30 in the morning. So 2 o'clock. Thank God
Oh,
these are not on Sundays.
you actually watched the press conference?
Yeah, I
'Cause,
watched it. Yeah, because I've never watched one live before. I didn't know that they were on YouTube. I thought they were just released later. I
ah,
didn't know they were live on YouTube. I mean, so I checked like during the main event, and it was already set up, and it said like started streaming 8 minutes ago. I'm like, why? They're still in the main event. And then like one funny thing I thought about the press conference is that while it was going on, at the bottom of the screen, it was a little ticker that said, "Press conference will begin when pay-per-view ends." Like, what? It started like a half hour ago. I don't understand what the fuck that. I don't understand why that was there.
uh, I'm guessing it's the live feed
Yeah,
through the cameras. That way they could get everything set up. You know what I mean?
but I mean, even while the press conference was already happening, it said press conference will start shortly once pay-per-view ends. And I'm like, the pay-per-view ended a half hour ago. The press conference is already going on. So, how do I get out of this? All right, so there we go. So. Oh man. So first match of the night. This is so I'm starting with the pre-show here, right? So first match of the night. I think so the mystery partner, which this is ridiculous because this is how they promoted their mystery partner. Very evil, very mysterious partner. I don't know. Billy Gunn. I mean, who do you
Uh,
think it's gonna be? You don't think it's gonna be
it,
Danhausen?
it's gonna be Danhausen. It's basically they were setting it up for his darker gimmick he does with the Danhausen thing.
Yeah.
Um, but it wasn't like as truly as dark as the indie one because he still looked like Danhausen. I don't know if you've seen pictures of on Twitter of him with
No.
with that gimmick. It has like a Finn Balor feel when he does
Okay.
his painted stuff. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I didn't see a lot of this match either. I was eating. I was in my kitchen
Yeah.
eating, and then I came in, and when I came in, QT and Marshall was in the middle, and all the other 4 guys were Orange Cassidy, Best Friends, and Romero were like on in each corner. And
Hmm.
they were about to do something. I think Chuck Taylor was gonna throw a punch or something, and QT Marshall bumped before he could do the punch, and then I don't know. They went after him, and then the other 4 guys came in. The factory guys came in. I remember that, and that's all I really remember. Um, I don't even
I
remember
base
who won this.
Danhausen.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Danhausen got the pin. Basically, I took my dogs out because they were looking at me crazy, and I came back exactly for Danhausen, like right when they were about to hype him up, and his song came up and he came down the ramp and did his thing. But yeah, it was fun for that aspect. At least the fans, with the fans, they gave him a pop when he came out.
Oh, he
So
did. I'm reading the results right now. Danhausen did the jarred teeth thing.
yeah,
Yeah, that's weird, but that's okay.
I'd rather do the jar teeth thing than the worms.
Or the thumbtacks in the mouth.
Oh no, no sir, no sir.
All
Indies
right,
don't
so
pay
then
enough.
from that we go to the next match on the card. Again, this is also on the pre-show. Brian Cage, Ricky Starks. I didn't see a lot of this. I'm not a big Brian Cage fan. I don't mind Ricky
He-
Starks, but I think he's trying to be too much like Young Rock, not the TV show. I mean the guy, but um, yeah, I didn't see a lot of this. I think I feel like I don't know. I remember less than I even saw. I know I know what's it called. I think Starks actually won, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
that is correct. He picked him up for the Rochambeau and basically he hit him with the Dominator
Okay.
from Farouk when you're up on the shoulders and come
Yeah.
down. Yeah.
All right.
And he calls it the Rochambeau. Yeah, the match was it was not like nobody was really into it like that, you know. Well, at least from my standpoint. Then again, I wasn't really watching it. I love Ricky, I really do, but Brian Cage does nothing for me, and he's a tremendous athlete, but does nothing for me at all.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. I don't get it. It's just a big bodybuilder guy. That's you
No,
know.
no, he could move in the ring like he does for a bodybuilder. He does like high spots, like, but he has not found it, and the whole Wolverine thing is not working.
All right.
You know what I'm? He has his
Is he still
whole
doing that? I hadn't seen that.
bits and pieces. He doesn't let it go because that's part of the persona. You see his sideburns and everything.
Yeah.
You know,
I do like the
um,
mohawk.
the mohawk's pretty cool because he let it grow and he's styling it, so
Yeah.
it's something different.
Yeah. But you don't see a lot of mohawks anymore, even in wrestling.
No, no. Last time somebody had a big mohawk was Sheamus.
Yeah. That mohawk was awesome. I was so high. I liked it a lot. I used to have big Liberty spikes when I was a kid, like a 4 Liberty spikes, but I never just did a full blown mohawk. But next match was Eddie Kingston, Jun Akiyama.
And
Um,
I actually saw this. This was actually really good.
I didn't see all of it. I caught the end. I think Kingston won. I only saw the last couple minutes, and then his promo at the end was hilarious.
Yeah,
After all the sentimental, like, thank you, I hope I made you proud, and he mentioned a bunch of guys that passed away from Japan. Inoki was one of them. Jumbo Saruta,
yeah.
Masawa.
The four
Damn,
pillars,
I don't remember.
basically.
Yeah, I don't remember the other one. This was also a time where I was still eating, and I didn't have my attention fully on the TV, but I did like the part where he said, like, look, it's 7:53 and 40 seconds. Just buy the goddamn show by now. What are you waiting for? And then he looks at the guy at ringside and says, well, this guy's letting me go, so I'm just gonna keep talking. So he like runs down the card a little bit, and then he looks over again and says, all right, this guy says I gotta go, and just puts the mic down and walked out. It was hilarious. It was so funny. Like, he just cut
Yeah,
himself off in mid sentence and left.
yeah, but like, if you don't get down from there,
Yeah,
basically, like the parents, like,
yeah,
you need to come on now. I gotta go, guys.
yeah. All right, and then after that was the opening. So the first match on the actual main card. Now the other the Akiyama Kingston was also on the pre-show, and then this is the first match. The main card was the cage match. Jack Perry and Luchasaurus. So I
Very good
guess
match.
from now on he's gonna be Jungle Boy Jack Perry. He said in the press conference that somebody said, "How come suddenly you're using your name and blah blah blah?" And he was like, "Well, when I started, like, training and like doing independence. I didn't want anyone to know because I wanted to like make my own name and not kind of. I wanted to keep my personal life personal and not kind of make a name off of the name Perry, Luke Perry, and blah blah. And he's like, now everybody knows. So I forgot who he credited with it. He said like somebody just started calling me Jack Perry, and now I just stuck it. I just stuck with it, and it wasn't Jr. And I remember thinking like no,
That's who I
like
was gonna say,
yeah, it
Jr.
wasn't that. And I was thinking while I was watching, it's like no, like months before that guy ever. I think he said it was Tony Khan, and I was like no, months before that guy ever said it. Jim Ross was always calling him that.
Yeah.
Even when they would introduce him as just Jungle Boy, Jim Ross is always like, "Oh, Jack Perry," and
Mhm.
I'm like, "Why does he say that? Like that's not the name he's using." But he said somebody was like, "Are you ever gonna go back to just Jungle Boy?" And he's like, "No, no, no, I'm not gonna be just Jungle Boy anymore. I'll do. He's gonna do the Jungle Boy Jack Perry thing for a while." But
Well, is evolving. Like
yeah,
the company's 3 years old now. It was like a cute stint when introducing him and Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt together. You know what I mean? So you have to evolve. You can't just stay at Jungle Boy. You have to become a man, and just evolve from there.
well, maybe. I mean, Nature Boy was always Nature Boy, and the Young
Yep.
Bucks are still young.
Yep. But I have issues with that.
Yeah.
Their hair,
This is a pretty good steel cage match, though. Jungle Boy got busted open early, like real early, and then didn't clean up his face at all. 4.5 hours later for the press conference, and I'm like, listen, I know I am 15 minutes from this arena. I know the water is working right here, right now. Just wash your face. I get it. It looks brutal. It looks mean. Oh my God, big bad wrestler guy or little bad wrestler guy with his face all bloodied up doing a press conference. I get it. But I mean, dude, it was 4.5 and he's eating food. He's got like a cheeseburger in front of him in like a little tray or whatever. And there's blood. Dude, come on, man. Like, there's enough blood in the burger from the cow it came from, man. You need your own on that too. Like, come on, man. Like, wash your face, dude. Sorry. I think
well,
Jungle Boy won. I wasn't a fan of that decision, but what are you gonna do? I'm not the
no,
booker or anything.
I was. It was all right. He deserved to win because they put him through stuff for he got put on the shelf and everything. So it would make sense for him to win.
I
But
liked the finish was him off the top.
yeah, yeah,
I liked that.
he did the elbow
It's funny he said it
onto.
on a luchas. Was he on a table?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
What was great was that he did it, but he instead of pinning, he basically hooked him in the snare trap, aka STO, STF, whatever.
Yeah, the SDF.
You know, and it's like, oh, so you're not going for the pin? You're gonna make this boy quit in the
Yeah.
middle. It was actually a pretty cool decision. You know what I mean?
I think that's what I didn't like about it because Luchasaurus is a big bad monster guy, and Jack Perry is like 2 feet shorter than him, about 4,200 pounds lighter. And somehow enough pressure to make this big monster guy tap out with a mask on his face. It should be protecting his face too. But whatever. What do I know?
Christian's ejection was funny too. When he got ejected, it was
I didn't hear
hilarious.
it. I didn't hear it.
Christian got ejected like right before the finish.
Right.
He was trying to open the cage, and they're like, "Hey, what you doing?" And then the security guards dragging him out. He's selling everything. It was hilarious. But yeah, it was a good match. The
He
crowd was
said
in.
on the Jungle Boy said on the on the press conference, he's like, I kind of just went up to the top, and then but when I got there, I looked around and it was cool, but then I looked down and I was like, oh shit, I actually have to jump off of this thing now. He's like, I was kind of afraid. But it was cool though. I mean, it looked cool. It was a cool visual, like with his hair and like blood in his hair and shit and blood all over his face. It was a really cool visual to watch. It's
Yeah,
just like I just think he should have like washed his face after 4 hours before he did the
yeah.
press conference. But what do I know? I mean, I don't know.
If you want to sell it, just come in bandaged up. You like have
That's
your
what I was
head.
thinking, right? That looks almost worse.
Or if you want to have blood, just like have blood like trickle down from the band aid.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, next match. Death Triangle against the Elite for the Trios title, which the Elite had in the first place, and then they got suspended. And this was their. They kept saying this was their emotional return. Emotional return. They never said where they were or why they left or why they were gone, which I assume everyone knows already. But
Yeah,
don't leave your fans in the dark. Don't just assume everyone knows what's going on, because I did see three people the last time that when they first got suspended, they were off TV, and Tony Khan made the announcement, we gotta take the titles off of them. I saw three people, two on Twitter, one on Facebook, that said, "Why did he strip the titles, and how come he didn't tell us why?" And somebody had to explain, "Oh, because the CM Punk thing was involved them, and it involved them, and blah blah blah. So everyone's suspended until the investigation, blah blah." So they were like, oh, "Okay, cool, didn't know that." So in my head, I'm like, if not everyone knows that, don't assume that everyone knows that. Not everyone watches their dumb YouTube crap. Like, it's just, and not everyone cares about what's going on behind the scenes. People just want to watch a show, see a match, and then go eat dinner or something. I don't know. But like, I always feel like if something happens that you put over so much, like this big, they kept saying emotional return, then tell us why. Like, why is it so emotional? Why were they gone in the first place? Explain it. I'll just leave people in the dark. But I mean, again, I've said this before, that comes from a booker who's got no experience and no training. So, I mean, I would expect things like that to not be explained, although you do have commentators there that know what they're doing. I don't know. What do I know? That's like I said before. I'm critical of AEW a lot, but this was a good show. Anyway, your thoughts, sir?
my thoughts. Let me see. I was in and out the room for this one. um, I like the finish. I like the fact that they didn't give them the straps or anything.
Yeah, me too.
That's the biggest take on it, and the whole they're trying to. I think Pac trying to turn his team heel.
Yeah,
You know, that was pretty cool. But the finish was one of the biggest things that stuck out because everybody's thinking, "Oh, it's their big return. They're gonna get the belts back," but no, they didn't, and that was the right call.
yeah. I wrote that on Twitter too. I said, good. I'm not a big Young Bucks fan, and I don't care about Kenny Omega, but good on them for doing the right thing. Like they knew how it should have been done, and they knew. There you go. I can see a little bit better now. They knew what should have been done, how it should have been done, then they did it, and they got an enormous pop coming back. I mean, we knew they were going to.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's well, I'll mention it later on, but I liked the trying to give him the hammer, the weapon thing, and they don't want
yeah.
to use it, and blah blah blah. I liked it until they did the exact same thing in another match later, which, nah,
We'll talk about.
yeah. Oh, you know what I'm talking about.
Well,
Of course.
yeah, and it was a different utensil this time.
Yeah. But after that, Jade Cargill and Nyla Rose, this was a decent match, but in my eyes, the whole premise was fucking stupid. Tony Khan, what's his name? Tony Romo, Tony Schiavone, Tony Romo. Tony Romo was not on this pay per view. Tony Khan, I mean, damn it, Tony Schiavone actually did a promo, I'm going to call it, where he said Nyla Rose became the number one contender because she stole the title belt. What? So why does anyone wrestle anymore? Why don't we just steal a title belt and now we're the number one contender? Why do I need to have a match and gain wins and rise through the ranks to become number one contender? Just steal the belt. Hey, here's the phone. I just stole Joey Image's phone. Now I'm the number one contender for the phone in a match. What? That's the fucking dumbest thing I've ever heard. Why doesn't everyone just steal the match then? I mean, steal the belt then. Did Repo Man ever get a title match because he stole a belt? Come on, man.
I
Remember
think he
Mr.
did.
Perfect stole Hulk Hogan's belt and beat it up? I mean, that was for a title, but he didn't just jump to the top again after that. Hogan went on to another challenger. I mean, Jesus, it's so sorry. It's just stupid. In my opinion, that's all.
Uh, it's okay.
Even if they do
Um,
that as the story, don't send your lead announcer to tell the world that Nyla Rose
No,
became she made herself a contender because she stole the belt. Now she has a title match. All right,
no,
then I'm just gonna go steal the hell. I should have drove to the Newark parking lot last night and stole one of the belts. The guy that stole the belt from Jericho 2 years ago or whatever, he didn't get a title shot.
no, you're right. They should have never mentioned it. They just should have stuck with the slapstick stuff that Nala was giving them. You know what I mean? Nala was doing a little homage to Eddie by stealing his stuff and, you know, doing all types of promos with the belt for like a month and a half. That's how they should have just kept it. You know, she was basically testing Jade's psyche and, you know, getting in her head because
Yeah.
nobody's done that. So they should just stuck with that, not say that she became number one contender. You know, it's like Jay gave her a shot because she's tired of her shit. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. I did
You
like
know?
Jay did a promo where she's like, she stole the belt from me like over a month ago. No one's been able to find her yet or find it yet or something like that. And I'm thinking like, haven't they been on TV or shows together where they're at the same building at the same time? What?
Yeah.
So what happened? How does this happen?
I don't know. Her Jay's look was pretty dope. She came out as a Shitara, I think.
Thundercats, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it was cool.
And Nyla's intro is cool too. She came out in a lowrider.
Oh yeah. The Eddie Guerrero thing with
Yeah.
Vicky Guerrero and what's her name?
Um. Who
Oh
else
my
is
God, I
lowrider?
forget now.
I don't know. I know Vicky wasn't there.
Yeah, I forgot her name, and then they said it on the show, and I'm like, oh, that's right, that's so and so, and now I forget it again. Oh
But
man,
the match was pretty good. Um, ended how everybody thought it was going to end. She gets her belt back,
yeah.
and end story. And on to the next chapter. But it was fun while it lasted.
Jade Cargill retained the title, by the way. Who Jade Cargill's hot, dude. She's gorgeous.
She is.
I used to like not think so when she first showed up, because like I don't know, something about her just at the time I wasn't into, but yeah, she's gorgeous, man.
No, she's gorgeous. It's just I think what all of us that been in the business, when somebody appears on nowhere with zero in ring
Yeah,
ability, it gets under our skin. But you
yeah.
know,
She still needs to I think tighten up some stuff, but I mean they
no,
said she's 42-0 or 41-0 or something now.
42 and
Is that with this match, including this match, or no?
yeah, after this
Oh, okay,
match.
okay. Yeah. All right, 42. All right.
But no, she's gotten a way
Yeah.
better. You know, from her initial starts, and some of her opponents made her better. Like
Oh, yeah.
her wrestling Thunder Rosa, Nyla made her better. You
Yeah.
know, because she wasn't really doing nothing but shooting promos like "I'm that bitch."
Yeah.
Nyla took it to a whole different dimension. Like, okay, you can be that bitch, but this is mine now.
Yeah.
You know, but she has developed better. Plus, she had training with Danielson. Danielson been helping her out. So
Oh, that I didn't know.
yeah,
Where?
Dan,
Or
when
just like,
Dan when he first arrived, he took her and coached her.
oh, nice.
So
So
yeah,
he must see something in her. Otherwise, like, why waste the time?
well, if when you talk about just straight up looks, like we all say, she's gorgeous. She's
Yeah.
a specimen of a female.
Yeah.
She's tall, athletic looking. You know what I
Wish I was
mean?
tall.
Me too. Me too.
You wish I was tall too.
That as well. If you want to be tall, all for the short people, you know.
Oh man. All right. So then what's up next? Oh yeah, this is the four-way for the ROH title, which
That was fun. I enjoyed that. The
it
four
was
way.
fun. I think the end, not the end, but the winner I think was seemed obvious going into this.
I don't know. I thought it was gonna be Danielson, but or Guevara. I didn't think it was going back to um, Claudio, but I thought it was gonna be Dennison or Guevara, like Guevara costing Jericho or whatever.
I think when they announced this match, I thought they're not going to take the title off of Jericho. But then during it, I thought, holy shit, they're going to put it on Bryan Danielson, which I wish they would have just for like even just for the nostalgia. But Sammy Guevara was weird. Like I'm not a fan of his, but he got the most amount of boos I had heard anyone up to this point. And then during the match, when he was doing high spots and shit, he was on top or whatever. Then they started cheering him when he was starting to like screw with Jericho or whatever. And and people were like, I don't know, they were just cheering him. It was it was a huge like turn from when he first came out.
It, what, Jericho or
No,
Guevara?
Guevara.
Well, it's the with him is he's like that bratty kid.
Yeah,
You know he's super talented, but he just gets under your skin, and they're
yeah,
just going with it.
yep, and it's working.
But to me this was a fun match. I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I thought it was
Jericho kept the world title, which is are
the
they gonna
Ocho.
he still not he meaning Jericho, he meaning Tony Khan. They still don't have a deal for ROH TV. He talked about it during the press conference. So he said I could just do a YouTube show too, but I want to do something. I want to do something that's bigger than that. Blah blah blah. So like, it's weird that I don't know. It's still weird to me that they're doing ROH matches, but yet there is no ROH really at the moment. I mean, I could run a show and I just call a match the fucking ECW match, and that's it. Now we have an ECW title, but there's really no ECW. It's kind of seems like that, and I get it. They're trying to keep the name out there and keep the titles alive until they get a TV deal, but like, and they're still doing pay-per-views even though there's no television. I don't know. It just seems to be being done backwards to me. At least to the way I was taught or trained or whatever. But I don't know. I don't have billions of dollars, so what do I know?
Also, some of their talent that can't be on TV as well, well, or not wanted by the network.
By AEW. Hey, maybe
No,
not by
no, no,
AEW, by TNT, TBS. Hey, maybe
yeah,
TNT and TBS don't like chickens,
yep, that's
you
about it.
know, or chicken farms. I don't
Yep,
know. I don't know.
yep,
It took
pretty
me a
much.
second to figure out what you were talking about. That's why I was like, what does he mean? Uh, all right.
That's pretty much
Um,
it.
this was I was nervous as someone who's broken his neck in the past in wrestling. I was nervous for Paige Soraya. Um, but this was awesome. I mean, for her first match back in whatever it was, 4 years or 5 years, she said something like that. I don't remember. She
Hmm.
she was at the press conference too. I think it was 5 years. Um, it was cool. Uh,
It was the right person for her. Somebody with
yeah,
experience,
that right.
and
That's the thing. Someone with a lot of experience that would take care of her.
it worked. And hopefully we'll get a couple more matches once they get fluent with each other.
How long has Britt Baker been wrestling now?
I don't know. I remember during the women's classic, she was like maybe a couple years in.
Well,
Cause I know,
The Mae Young Classic thing.
yeah,
Oh, she was
yeah,
in that.
yeah.
Was
She
she
was
Britt
in,
Baker then? Was she known?
yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that.
she was Britt Baker. She wasn't doing DMD, but I'm pretty
No,
sure she's Britt Baker.
I didn't even know that. I gotta, or I don't remember. I watched both of those.
Yeah,
Three, whatever there was, 3 or 4. I don't remember, but I watched those. I gotta go back and check that out.
she was in the classic. I think she eliminated first round or whatever.
Okay. So yeah, but like I said, someone that's gonna take care of her and not do stupid shit. Where, oops, that's a little bit too big. Not do stupid shit that might hurt her neck again. I thought this was awesome. Um, Saraya got the win. I mean, I think everyone knew that her first match back,
Yeah,
they're going to give her the win, even if it's over someone who's an established star. like Britt Baker. Not that Saraya is not, but at least in AEW, I'm talking about. But it was good, man. I thought this was fun.
It was. It was. Fans were into it. They both love Britt and Saraya, so it was a good match,
Yeah,
especially for 5 years out.
yeah. That's another thing. It was real good for how long she had been out of the ring.
Hmm.
All right, up next, three-way for the AEW TNT title, which is sort of the same as the ROH television title, I would think. Uh, I mean, TNT is
So,
their TV network. I don't know.
yep. Basically, that's how I is the television title.
Yeah, basically. This is pretty good. Three big dudes. Samoa Joe, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs. I think three of like almost not maybe not fat, but like three of the biggest I think guys on the roster at least, right?
Yeah, Will Hobbs is huge.
Yeah.
Warlow's huge, and Joe is just menacing. You know.
I like Powerhouse Hobbs. I haven't seen a lot of him before I've only seen him on AEW. I don't know if he did Independence before. I didn't see any of that stuff or whatever, but I like this dude. I like that he's just like a rough, tough, mean dude. Like he could be cool, like in his interviews or whatever, he could be cool, or if you piss him off, he's just gonna kill you. That's all. Like
Yep.
I like that.
I remember last year or so we was having a discussion about Hobbs and Cage, and how Cage couldn't find that niche, but she still couldn't. You know, and Hobbs, and I said Hobbs oozes charisma without trying.
Yeah.
He smirks. His demeanor, and that put him over. If you stop trying to get over and find something that works for you, you're gonna find your way over.
Yeah.
Plus, cream rises to the top.
Ooh, yeah. So I like what they did with this too. The finish, of course, you
It was
saw
excellent.
this guy win the TNT title, which so now he holds two television championships, and he didn't have to beat the champion to do it. He pinned Hobbs, and or not pin. Wait, did he pin him or did he tap him out? He tapped him out, right?
Yeah, he tapped him out because he hit the finish. Warlow hit the power bomb. Then he got a
Right.
shit can out the ring, and Joe came in and got him in the clutch, and ref stopped the match and gave the match to because he couldn't go.
Right. So I like the fact that Wardlow still didn't. So he lost the title, but he didn't lose the match. So it doesn't make him look weak.
Exactly,
Yeah, I
and,
like that.
and it's a way to get the strap off him without,
Right. Without really taking it from him.
yeah, without any consequences.
Yeah.
And Joe being senior, right person for the job to
Yeah.
take that off him.
Yeah. I feel like Joe probably called this match with just based on experience.
Yeah, but I was like, yes, that's one way to get the title from now. Whoever beats Orange Cassidy, which would probably be um,
Jake
all
Hager.
legal. uh, that could happen too, and then you can have Warlord challenge for the All Atlantic Championship. Just build him up since that's your
Yeah.
homegrown big guy. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah, that's not
Because
a bad idea actually.
guess who's champion now?
I don't know.
His former employer.
Oh, all right. I thought you were talking about the TNT thing. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
So yeah. So Samoa Joe taking both television titles, ROH and the AEW TNT title, right there.
yeah.
And then next up, I don't think I saw any of this beyond the four fake stings in the ring, or sorry, on the ramp, and the real Sting was behind Jarrett. Jarrett turned around and realized it was really him. I don't remember anything after that.
I remember something from this match. It was a trust fall from hell. Darby was because it was most of the match was in the melee, and Darby ascended the big ladder and jumped on the coffin drop
Oh,
onto Satnam
on the
Singh.
set
I'm
of
like,
Sing. Okay.
I said, and this dude did not move. It was basically the biggest trust fall period.
Yeah. And then he just dropped and rolled out. Like barely really sold it. Uh who won this? I don't even remember.
I think it was Sting and Darby.
I have the thing right here. I shouldn't. Oh, didn't Darby get the pin, I think? I don't know why I don't remember any of this, but I don't remember this.
Because we was running around trying to do things during the match.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't and I wanted to see Jarrett and I wanted to see Lethal because I've known Lethal for a while. I never met Sting or Darby Allin or Jeff Jarrett, but I've known Lethal for many years. So I always try to watch his stuff and I feel bad because I didn't, but I don't remember this at all. Other than
Uh,
what I mentioned. Did they reveal who's Ravenite? Hey,
ooh,
did they reveal who the four Stings were in the match? Were they four indie guys or something?
I don't remember
Maybe they
that.
didn't show it.
No, no, not to not my knowledge. I don't remember because that would have been something that would have been from somewhere else. We would have remembered that.
Yeah,
But I don't. I think there was just four people from the factory they were using.
yeah, maybe. All right. So yeah, so Darby Allin gets the pinfall victory over Lethal in this match, which I don't remember.
Now, what I do like is they're using Jeff Jarrett's old song, which is
The TNA song, right?
yeah.
That's what I thought it was. I heard that and I was like, wait a minute, did they buy this music or not?
I don't know, but I love the song, so it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I remember that. And also, I mentioned this on Twitter the other day. They're calling him the last outlaw, so I'm guessing that WWE doesn't own that copyright anymore because WWE owned the last outlaw, the phrase. They were going to use it for the Undertaker, and then they ended up using it like once, and that's about it. Oh,
But
what's up, Scott Levy? Not that Scott Levy, but a Scott Levy. Not that Raven, not the real Raven one, but you know. What's up, buddy? How are you, man? Thanks for hanging out. James, sorry, I saw you earlier. I was in the middle of a sentence and I forgot to get back to you. Yeah, so WWE owned the last Outlaw thing that they were going to use for Undertaker. They ended up using it once or twice, and then that's it. But I guess they don't own it anymore because if TNA, I mean, if TNA, if AEW is using it for Jeff Jarrett, it must be good.
probably.
All right, so next up, Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter. So at the time of watching this, I thought this was match of the night, and I'm not a gigantic women's wrestling fan. I think there should be less of it just because it was such an attraction, like in the like in the olden days, the golden days, the early '80s, whatever. It was like
Hmm.
you have like maybe one women's match on a show or one women's match every couple shows, and it was a big deal. It was like having Andre the Giant. Like you didn't have Andre the Giant on wrestling superstars every week because he was an attraction. It was more important than the rest of the stuff because he almost never showed up. So how I used to watch women's wrestling. This I thought was match of the night. This was such a good match. Both of these two are awesome. Jamie Hayter, um, I think I've only heard her talk at the press conference. I don't know if does she not do promos or did I just miss them? But I didn't realize that she's like Australian or something.
Because she's basically the muscle for DMD, so she wasn't really given like mic time like that.
Yeah.
But this was basically all the guys' favorite match for certain reasons. But these women can go, and not only beautiful, they beat the shit out of each other. It's great.
Yeah. I love the name Hater too. I like that it's spelled it's not hate like it's spelled like it's a real name like Hater. It's not spelled Hater. You know what I mean? I like that.
Yeah. No,
But
like
this was real good, man. I mean, this, like I said, this was real good. Surprisingly, to me, it was real good, and because I haven't seen a lot of Jamie Hayter in the ring, and like I said, I haven't heard her talk until the press conference. But dude, this was great. Like I said, this was I think my match of the night.
I enjoyed it. It's one of my top three. Top three. I enjoyed the main event just because of what it was. So that's my match of the night. But
Hold on, wait, carry this for a second. I got somebody at the door.
all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he's about to go UPS style. If we don't see Joey Image after today, something happened at the door.
Well, I was standing on the sideline here, just letting you and Joe do your thing. So he stepped away. So I figure I'll come in and give you a little hand here. Apparently I've been listening on and off, even though I said I didn't want to hear anything about it because I want to watch the replay. But I'm very intrigued. I am enjoying the feedback that you and Joe are giving for this AEW pay-per-view, even though it seems to be long as hell. I'm definitely still going to watch the replay eventually. I might fast forward through some of the stuff that I might not like, but it is what it is, though. So, so for a quick second, while Joey's away and we're waiting for him to come back, maybe we'll just give another shout out for our buddy Matt Turner one more time with the Stardom cast. That you can check him out while we wait for Joseph return to his broadcast seat. So here's Matt again with the Stardom cast.
Hello everyone, this is Matt Turner. Join me and my co-host Rob Goodwin every Friday morning as we host the Stardom Cast. It's a podcast we talk about everything about the fantastic professional wrestling world that is Stardom. We have news, notes, previews, and reviews, again, every Friday, the Stardom Cast. Check it out.
Oh, yes. Yeah,
All
Joe,
right.
I seen you step away. I jumped in real quick. I gave our buddy Matt a quick plug.
My father-in-law just came to the door. He's doing some work in our kitchen.
All right. I'm going to
So
jump back out of
Wonder
here.
Dog with me.
I'm going to jump back out of here. Leave these two back to your shenanigans.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, dude. I just I didn't expect anyone to be coming over here today.
I was wondering if you're going to get kidnapped. I don't know.
Well, who kidnapped Samoa Joe?
What?
Who kidnapped Samoa Joe on TNA like 10 years ago? We never got
no, I don't know.
all right. So anyway, I was saying I thought this was like my match of the night. Jamie Hayter won the interim title, which I still think is like you're either champion or you're not. Like, just come on. There's so much interim crap. I'm not a big fan. Hey, you all right, buddy? Not a big fan of the word, but I don't know. Tony Khan said he's given Thunder Rosa some more time to recover from whatever she injured. I think it was her leg or knee or something. And he said he should know more in a few months or something. He mentioned it at the press conference. Somebody asked him like, "What's going on?" And he was like, "Well, blah blah blah."
Well, to me, Jamie Hayter is champion. I don't care about the interim title.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I just have a title.
Because she's the one on TV.
Yeah.
She's the one getting work every week.
Yep.
You know, in the WWE, you get injured, that's it. Unless it's like one of them 1 month things that you could come back and keep the title on you.
Yeah.
You're forced to drop that like a bad habit.
All right.
So
What do we got coming up next? I don't know. I'm not really I'm not a big fan of either one of these teams. So I like Billy Gunn.
what?
But
This was fun.
it was okay. I mean, I wasn't that into the finish like we talked about earlier with the use this weapon. No, I don't want to. We just did that a couple matches ago. Why do we have to do it
again? I don't know. They were trying to separate them and for the longest, try to build tension between Lee and Swerve. I guess that was the boiling point, cutting somebody's finger.
Yeah.
But I love the Acclaim. The Acclaim is awesome. Swerve and Glory is awesome. I really dug Keith Lee's tights. I don't know. They were dope to me. They had luminous on the side, everything compared to the little shorts he was wearing. I
Yeah.
think the tights were dope. I enjoyed the match. It was easy. It was fun. You're not gonna get a catch as catch can style here. But the crowd was into it because everybody loves the Acclaim.
Everybody?
Everybody,
I
except
don't.
you.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I don't care. Like, I'm not a big fan of rap. So, like, as soon as the guy comes out rapping in the microphone, I turn it off. I don't care. It doesn't do nothing for me. I liked them at the press conference. I like Anthony Bowens. I feel like him and I have met somewhere along the line a while ago. I don't remember where, but I know he's from here. I mean, he's from Nutley, 10 minutes from here. But I don't know. I don't care about a guy rapping. I didn't give a shit about John Cena when he was doing the rap thing either. It doesn't do nothing for me. I don't care. Um, but this was the same sort of scenario at the finish that they did in the other match with the Death Triangle. Which, by the way, they need to start living up to their name. They haven't even killed 3 people yet. I mean, if you're gonna have death in your name, you got to kill somebody. Come on, just let's go.
You're out here just trying to sacrifice people.
But yeah, God, this little hook on my beard is driving me insane. I wish it would grow in the other direction, or just grow straight. Nothing against rap, but it gets kind of horny. It is. It gets kind of horny. I just said it gets kind of corny and hacky, and he's right. Um, I don't know.
I
It's just not for me. What? Why is it still there? Yeah. So I liked them at the press conference. Max Caster kind of trash talking the media. He said something about he doesn't like the media, and somebody asked him a question, and he said, "Well, you're part of the American media, so I'm not going to put you over," or something like that, or I don't trust you, or whatever, something like that. Um, I'd like that, but yeah. So at the end, was it Acclaim that kept the belts, and
Yep.
they the thing was that Swerve wanted Keith Lee to use the pliers and break his finger or break his hand or cut his finger off or I don't know, cut his leg off or something. Something that had to do with glue. I mean, what do you call it? The not gluing, not sticking, removing his finger. And he was like, no, I don't want to win like that. And then Swerve came back in with the thing and tried to do it again, and Keith Lee grabbed it and threw it aside. And then that started the Swerve slapped him. That started the tension, or the not started it because it's been going on for months, but that
Yep.
started the split, I think, and then Keith Lee just walked out.
Indeed. He picked up Max Caster
Oh,
and tapped him
right.
on the shoulder, said, "Do what you gotta do," and left.
Yeah. I forgot about that part. Yeah, that was pretty cool. So I didn't I liked I liked the scenario as a single thing. I didn't like the fact that they literally did the same thing with use this weapon. No, I don't want to. A few matches earlier. So I'm not really into that part, but buddy, but you know, I don't know. From there, we went to our main event, world title match, Moxley and MJF. Which
Yes, sir.
MJF was it MJF? No, maybe not. Who was it that came out in like somebody came out like in like a robe with like giant shoulder? Was it Jarrett? I don't know. Someone came out with like a
No,
robe. Or who was it? Was it Omega? I don't remember.
robe. I know MJF had his robe, his normal robe,
Somebody
and
came out
then
in this huge robe that was like super had like super tall shoulders on it. Let me look it up because I actually tweeted about it, and I forget who it was, but I was like, holy crap, that thing is amazing.
not sure. I know he came up in his normal robe, and to a huge pop in New Jersey.
I don't know. I just wrote that ridiculous, horrible cape is heat, and it was. But I don't remember who it was. I didn't put the person's name. I was thinking for a second it was MJF, but it wasn't. Anyway, MJF Moxley world title. Um, I don't think this was the. I think it was too soon. They put the belt on MJF essentially. Is where I'm going. Um, I think it was too soon. I mean, it was. Is this Where's the dog? Is this MJF's first title shot or first title shot at Moxley or no?
Uh, no, he might have faced him before on his initial
Well, no,
run.
no, he did. They mentioned it on commentary, but I mean, was this his first Moxley match for a title for the title? I mean,
I can't remember. I
I
don't
don't
want to.
remember.
I don't want to say yes and be wrong,
Yeah, no,
but
I don't remember either. I just
I,
think it was too soon. Just so in my head going into this thinking this is his first title shot, he gets the belt right away. I think it's too soon. He should have been chasing. The money's in the chase, man. He should have at least had one more. I think he should have had this match where he didn't get it, and then he comes back like, now I'm even hungrier. Now I'm going to be more vicious next time, and then he gets it. But I don't know.
I think he deserved it. The
Oh,
boy
he
been
deserves
putting
it.
he been putting in work for 3 years. Some of the best segments, best promos was this guy.
Oh, he
Big,
deserves it. I'm not saying he don't deserve it. I'm just saying I think it was a little bit too soon. Like he could have, like I said, he could have lost this match, even if it was by a fluke or something, and then come back next time meaner, stronger, more vicious, and then kill Moxley and win it. Then I think it would have been a bigger impact, especially if they did it in like Arthur Ashe, where he's from, New York, something like that. But I guess New Jersey is close enough for now.
what you call it? What was interesting about this was the finish. The finish
Oh yeah. I forgot about the turn.
was like out of left field. You're like, oh, we going here now. So what's gonna happen with the BCC? Lord knows. Are they gonna just turn into the club?
So so basically what happened was Moxley. MJF went out to get that diamond ring he's got. He always clocks guys in the head and knocks them out, whatever. He went out to get that, and then
And
Regal came out and told him no, and he threw the
he
ring down.
the diamond ring. Yeah, he threw it down, gave him the
Which
middle finger, and then Mox hit him with his finish, but he kicked out. Something was happening, and then Regal slid his nuts to
into MJF, yeah.
MJF, and MJF hit him with the nuts. Then I believe the Heat Seeker or not. I'm not sure if he hit him with the finish or just went for the pin. I can't remember. It was late. But year winner and new champion, Maxwell Jacob Friedman.
The only thing weird about that finish was not the finish, but the angle was like if MJF and Regal knew that they were going to be together. Regal was going to screw Moxley uh, out of the title and side with MJF. How would they have known that there would be a time where Moxley would be down and the referee would at least be distracted where Regal would have a chance to throw him the brass knucks? How do they know that would happen?
I
Or do
don't.
you just bring the brass knucks down there and say, well, if I get a chance, I'll do it. Otherwise, if I don't get a chance to hand it to him, I guess we just don't do the angle. You know what I mean? They would have to have
Mm-hmm.
known something beforehand. I mean, this stuff is supposed to look legitimate, right? I mean, that's the only thing that I thought of. The first thing I thought of, and I was like, I don't understand. Like, how did they know? But I don't know.
It,
I
it's
want it to all look believable.
it's pro wrestling.
I know. I know, but it's so hard to just forget about crap and just like, I don't know. But
Vince,
it's just the way I was trained,
Vince
like
McMahon blew up in a limo.
in Wilkes-Barre, not far from here. I like that. I like that response. I like that response. How did they do this? Vince McMahon blew up in a limo. I like that. So there you have it, your new AEW World Champion, not John Moxley, but Mr.
Maxwell Jacob
Mr.
Friedman.
Feinstein. Oh, Friedman, sorry. He
Ralph
was
Fine.
he was Feinstein when he started, yeah, and then that stuff happened and he changed his name. Or Pete Lightning as I first met him 200 years ago.
Pete Lightning.
Yes,
Wow.
that's MJF's indie name for a long time. He was Pete Lightning. And then I didn't realize the first time I saw him on AEW and he came out, because I had only seen him a couple times before that. I had only seen him a couple times before that, and I saw him once in person, and I was looking at him like that guy looks so familiar, but I can't think of who he is. Like we shared a locker room in 2017 at the what's it called? What was the Breaking the Barrier show in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and I was like, that guy looks so familiar. I can't think of who he is. And then I saw him on TV, and I'm like, that's freaking Pete Lightning. And then it was MJF, and I'm like, holy crap! I met that dude a bunch of times, and it's been a long time since I've seen him.
Days back.
But anyway, what happened to my picture here? We're still talking about MJF. So there you have it. I'm pointing to my other monitor, but you can't see me pointing to the other monitor. But it's this guy. It's this picture that you see here. MJF, brand new. Oh, and let me bring up one other thing. Speaking of MJF as the new champion. I know all the AEW fans and diehards, whatever, hate Jim Cornette. I said the evil name. I said the name Jim Cornette on the air. They all hate Jim Cornette. They all talk, that guy's an old fossil. Fuck him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a nobody. He's irrelevant. He's irrelevant, but they always still keep talking about him. I don't get that part. But so they all hate him so much, but they what do you call it? They praise MJF when he quoted Jim Cornette last night. I don't understand that. How can you hate the guy but love his words? It's confusing. Confusing.
I guess it's just how it's delivered and who
No,
it's delivered by.
it's not how it's delivered. There's only one way to deliver thank you, fuck you, bye. There's only one way to deliver that. That's Jim Cornette line, and that's what MJF said last night. And everyone's like, "Oh, it was great. He told him to fuck off and then left."
It's because
It's because Jim Cornette puts over MJF 2 or 3 times a week.
probably a lot
on
of these
local
fans
shows.
don't even listen to Cornette, knowing them.
They don't listen to him, yet they still trash talk him and say how much his show sucks. But how do you know? You never even heard it. But anyway, my point is, they hate the man so much that MJF uses his very exact quote, and they love it. So make up your minds, morons.
Yo, I think it's funny right now what you mentioned a little bit ago about MJF's indie name Pete Lightning. What if some people it just starts trickling around where because of you today, Joey, that it just starts going from here to there, and everyone starts having signs in the crowd. Pete Lightning, Pete Lightning.
No
That would
way.
be funny as shit. Thanks to Joey Image. Right? It'll say thank you, Joey.
Yeah. Yeah, Pete Lightning, I think was when I met him, he was that. And I haven't met him. I've only seen him in person, I think once or twice after that. As far as like in a locker room, I mean, like I've seen him. I mean, I've been to a live AEW show once and I saw him there, but
I met him one time ever, and it was at Boardwalk Beatdown in New Jersey a couple years ago, where all the promotions and stuff were coming there, and they had all the wrestlers coming in doing the meet and greets and stuff. It was a big event. I was surprised how many people showed up, and now all the stars that were there. They had this is before like AEW blew up. They had the Bucks there, Kenny Omega, Sting was there, Goldberg was there. I'm like, you name it, a lot of these, like even the legends and stuff. Um, and MJF, he just happened to be walking by our table we had. I honestly, I didn't know who the fuck he was. I did not know who he was. It almost looked like he had his resumes in his hand
Probably.
to give out to companies.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. I'm like I said, I really didn't know who the hell he was, and now I kind of regret not saying, "Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?" Talking because there were so many people there. I was talking to everybody. Well, what the hell was going on, with everyone and stuff. But yeah,
When I met him, the only time, I mean, I met him a long time ago, or shortly after he got started. Like I said, he was Pete Lightning. The next time I saw him, the only other time I've ever been in person with him in a locker room was at the Breaking the Barrier event in 2017 at the GSW Arena in Old Forge, PA. That's where it was, not Wilkes-Barre. And I don't want to blow up his spot, as the kids say, but he was a good dude. Hey, how you doing, MJF? He was cool to me. I don't know, but yeah, it just clicked after I had seen him once after that, and I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like that's Pete Lightning, and then he came out and it was him, and I'm like, holy shit.
Well, who knows now? Now maybe they might change that cover and put him on the front of Fight Forever now.
That would be a good idea. And the only bad thing, I want to say congrats to him for winning the AEW title. The only bad thing about his win is that it was in Newark. Newark is just the shits. There's some really good venues there, and the Prudential Center, the Newark PAC. I mean, but like, which is a performing arts center, by the way. But it's just like, it's Newark, man. People don't go there on purpose. They go there to pick up somebody from the airport. Which, by the way, Newark Airport is the Newark of airports. All right, I'm stealing that line from I forget who said it first, but
you hear that, Newark, New Jersey? Joey has heat with your city.
Look at this kid up here. Look at this kid up here in my lap. What are you doing over here, bud?
There you go, Joe. We got you got a new T-shirt, Joey versus Newark.
Come here.
And since we were mentioning about the whole Fight Forever game, I don't know if people realize it.
Here we go.
Some does and some doesn't. We're actually AEW has decided to put Buddy on the cover of Fight Forever because since they just removed CM Punk.
Look
Hi,
at the camera.
Buddy.
Bud.
He's awesome.
Oh, he's got. There we go.
He
look at the camera. Hey,
he's like, hell no, I'm camera shy.
I don't know if that works. I can't see.
No, he's still turning his head
the other way.
You don't want to look at the camera.
You don't have to be shy, bud. Yeah, he's shy, I guess. I don't know. He's a good kid, though. Hey.
Yeah, so, it was kind of, I'm not going to say weird, but it was kind of like you can almost seen it coming that they took him off the cover. And apparently, I haven't seen it yet, but I guess they took him off the vignette of the game to advertise it and stuff like that. I know recently Punk he'd made an appearance for I guess the one MMA company, was it called?
Yeah, the one he does commentary for.
Fury or whatever and stuff.
Yeah, Cage Fighting or something like that.
Yeah. They were joking around about him, coming back to work with them behind the scenes. He's like, "Oh man, my hand hurts, and you don't want me on comment or whatever. You don't want me in the locker room and this and that."
And the other guy was like, "Don't allow him at any press conferences."
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Out of that whole press conference last night, they only mentioned CM Punk once.
Oh shit! Really?
And Tony Khan responded to it, so it wasn't like the Ariel Helwani interview where everything. So I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. You know what? Then don't grant an interview with someone if you don't want to talk about it. But someone said last night, I think it was Nick Hausman, Wrestling Inc., guy that I know. He used to be the producer of Xbox podcast. He said, "Can you just tell us straight up, once and for all, did or did not CM Punk ask to have Colt Cabana not put on TV or have him move to the ROH roster, not the AEW?" And Tony said, "He never asked me that. I don't know how that rumor got started, but that's not what happened. He never asked me that." He's like, "I'm telling you flat out, that's not what happened." And like,
you believe it?
I'm like, finally. Well, we have to believe it. I mean, he's telling it to the press. Well, I guess we don't have to believe it. It's wrestling.
He's Tony Khan with breaking news.
But I don't think Tony Khan knows that everything's a work yet. He just doesn't have enough experience. This is
And
really look at this. This is driving me nuts.
nowadays, anything's a work. Look at Twitter. I think Twitter might be a work now with Musk and with
Donald
Musk
Trump is
being.
back on Twitter
Oh
now.
God, don't get me started there. It's like,
I don't care about politics, but I think it's funny. You know what's really funny about that is like people think that because if your account is suspended, that there's no history behind it. But like,
Yeah,
when your account comes back, you still have followers, and you're still
yeah, they saved that stuff.
history right. So when he came back, people were like, "Wow, he got 83 million followers overnight." Like, no, he didn't. I mean, he started with whatever it was.
You tell him, buddy.
I don't know what's going. I don't know if my father-in-law just left.
He
or
wants
what's
out.
happening here. I can't let him out till my father-in-law's gone, because otherwise he'll run down the stairs and terrorize his house.
All right, folks. If
So-
you enjoyed AEW Full Gear, which, like I said, I'm gonna watch the replay. This upcoming week is WWE Survivor Series with the War Game style. And that's was it Saturday or Sunday? Is it Saturday?
Saturday.
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 What
good.
is with? Are they not doing Sunday pay-per-views anymore? Both companies.
I guess maybe they're
just-
trying to compete with football. Maybe I don't know.
or maybe
Or they're competing
trying
with
to
each other
let
with the
people-
Saturdays.
Maybe they're trying to let people
Enjoy their Sundays. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Uh,
I mean, if today was a regular work day, I would not be up until 1:30 watching that press conference. I would have waited till later and watched the replay on YouTube.
I hope WWE don't start doing press conferences next. But yeah, I'm actually looking forward to the War Game. They actually have two war games. They got the women's and the men's. I'm not really big on the women's. I don't mind it, but I don't feel like there's a big enough story behind it for it being a War Games match. Though there was, to me, it wasn't much of a build up as much as the men's is in the men's division, because now the Brawling Brutes with Sheamus and Ridge Holland and Butch, your guy Butch, now teaming up with Drew McIntyre. Well, that's obvious. And then the Canadian guy, Owens, going up against the Bloodline and the Honorary Uce. So I like the graphic that you posted the other day, T. You sent us in the with the whole them facing off face to face, and everyone on the Bloodline had the tribal stuff on their face. That was whoever came up with that graphic. It was awesome. I liked it a lot. But yeah, there's that, and
I'll
I'm
be right
hoping.
back.
Okay, and I'm hoping they go back to that whole traditional style of pay-per-view, where like, remember when they had like the teams of the multiple teams they had.
Yeah, they'll have that. They always put in a women's traditional Survivor Series and a men's traditional Survivor Series. It'll probably be like a bunch of the May Carters.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, but I love the classic ones when they were first doing it, and especially when they were doing it around on Thanksgiving. You have Thanksgiving, you could sit down, enjoy the Survivor Series. Joe, you jumped in at the right conversation of somebody of my age who can probably relate to it. Survivor Series, back to classic. The first couple of years when it started,
Thanksgiving night.
how you would watch it on Thanksgiving night.
I loved it, man. I would have dinner with my family and then watch wrestling. I wish it was still like that, but you can't do that because the fans complain. Oh my God, how can you?
They
do a
can. They can.
I know the fans complain about how can you do a show on a holiday? I can't.
Okay.
There
Even
were-
if
were
they
so
don't,
many shows back in the day that were on Christmas Day that were the biggest sold shows of the year, and people complained when WWE did a Christmas show like 3 or 4 years ago, whatever it was. How can you do a show on Christmas? Let them be with their families. I'm like, have you ever never watched wrestling before? Like, fucking shut up.
some people just don't give a damn about their families. They'd rather see a wrestling show. They don't realize that.
Right. What about all the Jewish people that don't celebrate Christmas, or anybody that doesn't celebrate Christmas?
Okay.
I'm not even making a joke. I'm saying anyone doesn't celebrate Christmas, they have to suffer and just sit home and do nothing. You don't want other people to wrestle? Come on.
even if it's not on the holiday, at least bring back the whole tradition where it was all these teams
Yeah.
like throughout the night.
Teams of 5.
Yeah,
Strive to
teams of
survive.
5 try exactly. And then the remaining either babyface or heel, the survivors go to the main event and compete in that final survivor match.
Yeah. What was
And
it like? Hogan Warrior and Tito Santana or something,
yes,
right?
on the first one. Yeah, I believe it was.
Against I don't remember. Hey,
The
you said
one
it.
the ones I like is when they have the multiple tag teams together.
Yeah.
Like the Killer Bees and on one side teaming
Demolition,
with the when you got
Bulldogs.
it's too many guys out there. I understand
Yeah.
that.
Well,
but
that's
it's
why the
great to
rule
see
is if you lose, your partner's gone too, because there's so many
Ex-
guys out there.
Exactly. I love that and the whole and the women's ones were great too. Then when they had like nice see and that's the thing. What I wish wrestling would get back to is having regular custom tag teams.
Yeah.
Same gear, look alike, this that whatever, and that's what I need. And I like what they're doing with the Viking Raiders, which they were a tag team coming into the business.
Yeah.
New Day, okay, they built themselves into that over the years. Like the Brawling Brutes now, they're thrown together, but it's coming together of them as a tag team though. So I really like that a lot. And speaking of Viking Raiders, they made their return 2 weeks ago, which was very, very impressive. And they had Sarah Logan with them, which I was kind of like when I seen her look. I understand it's the Viking look, whatever they're going, but with the black makeup and the way her hair is and stuff like that, it was remind me of Max the Impaler on the Indies. And
that's the big rumor now that she saw that somewhere in a picture or something like that and ripped it off.
Yeah. So, but we didn't get to see him last week. This weekend, whatever, Friday night or Monday, whichever one they're on. But yeah, it was a nice return. Another thing going on in WWE is also the thing with Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. Like you kind of because we haven't seen Bray wrestle yet. It was all just promos. Now I think the story is starting to grow a little more, starting to take shape now with LA Knight. I just hope they don't go the route of trying to convert LA Knight into the Wyatt family, because that would be just most outright stupid, because they just switched him over from Max from the male model thing back to LA Knight, and it would be it'd be stupid to switch him from LA Knight now to be part of the Wyatts. No, if they stay on the path that they're on now with Knight doing his thing and Bray doing his thing separately, I think we can get a decent a feud going on. Maybe a short-term one, a nice short-term one, but I think it would be very entertaining. Knight has mic skills to go head-to-head with Bray, and I think we can get a lot of great promos between the two of them back and forth, hands down.
I haven't seen any of this Bray Wyatt stuff with LA Knight, but I wish they would just let him be Eli Drake again. I mean, he's basically doing the same Eli Drake thing, just under a different name.
As long as he's not doing that maximum male model thing, no, hell no. And I'm sure T loves the models. So
no.
I think T just looked at the clock and said, "Holy crap, it's 11:30. I'm tired.
I can go back to sleep." All right. And on one final note before we sign off here today, it's been rumored about Stone Cold Steve Austin returning to the ring because of people have been seeing him, videos and pictures and stuff of him hitting the gym hard, training and stuff. And they're like, is he coming back for one more match or whatever? Apparently, Steve made a video. He posted it addressing these rumors of him training for his return to the ring, and it is false. It is false. He's only working out recently hard only because he got tired. He tired of seeing himself in the mirror looking like shit. He said, he'd been to the doctors. He's very concerned. About. I'm like, he's still healthy, but it could be better, like what it used to be. When he worked out all the time, he just pretty much a lot of us. The older we get, we let ourselves go and stuff, and that's how Steve is right now. He just like he just don't like seeing what he sees now, and he wants to get back to what he used to look like, and feel physically wise and stuff like that. So no, people, the rumors are false. He's not making a return to the ring. He's just trying to get healthy so he can give us some more IPAs and some more podcast shows that he does, and some more special appearances where he can stun people one time and call it a day, and that's it.
I didn't see that. I didn't hear about or see that video, but
Oh,
the
it's
first
out.
thing
I
when
saw it
those
today.
rumors came out, the first thing I heard of, the first thing I saw on Twitter was, "Oh my God, WrestleMania is going to be CM Punk and Steve Austin."
Yeah, no. He actually. I seen the video today. He did
Yeah, I didn't see it.
address and it's no. He's not returning to the ring. It's just for his health. That's it. So
Yeah. All right. Hey, me too. I mean, I'm down 28 pounds, and it's not for a return to the ring. It's just for my health.
and we're proud of you. Everyone out
Although
there's
I
proud of you,
wish it
Joe.
was the return to the ring.
I know.
Dude,
I
I've
get
been stuck at 227 pounds for like a week and a half. I can't get past that.
Maybe it's time to switch up what you're doing. A little extra, like different, maybe because sometimes when you do workouts and you're eating habits or whatever, sometimes you plateau out. Like, okay,
Yeah,
it gets healthy,
I
and you
just
plateau.
did.
Now you gotta try to retune it again. Won't
Yeah.
and just and see how that I like. And I'm at that point where I'm kind of like right now, and I need to retune my body, get a nice upgrade or whatever. But with that being,
I'm trying to get the dog to come back on and say goodbye to everybody, but he apparently doesn't want to come up here anymore.
Buddy, how could you? All right, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for sitting by and listen. T and Joe get that full review of okay, and this is coming up too as well.
2
Go ahead,
weeks.
Joe.
2 weeks. Tom's River, New Jersey. I've been talking to Cody, the promoter of NFW, all week, and his partner Russ, and Nick Napoleon, my fellow staffer at NFW. We've been our plans are set. They will be there December 2nd, Friday, but I'll be there December 3rd, Saturday, early in the morning till a long day, very long day, till late at night. I actually may not be on this show Friday. Sunday the 4th. I don't know. It depends. I may have to do it from my car while I'm driving home because I'll be staying in the area. So, Contest of Champions. There's 3 events going on. 2 of them open to the public. There will be a fan convention. I believe it's 4 p.m. and the actual wrestling show is at 8 p.m. The other event, which is not open to the public, is a training seminar, which is I think 1 p.m. something like that. But yeah, that's not open to the public. That's you got to register and sign up for, pay for that. So far, there's about 95 and 100 people that are registered that will be there. Wrestling talents, independent wrestling talents from all over the country that are coming to do this, and we're gonna have a blast. So come check it out. You can actually see the website right here for tickets: foundationofwrestling.eventbrite.com. Phone number's right there if you want to call about tickets. But check it out, give you the whole rundown, and come down and have a day, man. We're gonna have a great time. There's gonna be some guys I know. There's gonna be some guys that I know are gonna be there that fans are gonna be real excited to meet that are not on this poster and have not yet been announced. So I'm not saying nothing, but there's gonna be some real cool dudes there.
Yeah, I personally can't be there because I will be at another location in South Jersey that same day with a 6 p.m. Bell time. So, yeah, hope you have fun there.
Wait,
as far as
where are you going to be? I know you said you couldn't be at this, but I didn't realize you were going to be in South Jersey.
Yeah, I'm gonna be at the Super Crazy Arena
Oh, how
down
far
there.
is that from this? This is
It's
South
in
Jersey.
Westville over by Deptford.
Oh, okay, yeah, Deptford is a little bit further, but Tom's River is South Jersey. So I was
Yeah,
wondering how far away you're going to be. Maybe
yeah.
we can.
It's 5 minutes over the Walt Whitman Bridge from South Philly.
So are
Yeah.
you
So
going right home after that, or are you staying in the area somewhere?
uh, as far as I know, I'm going home because the show starts at 6.
Oh man, you should
Yeah.
stay. You should come out to Tom's River and stay with us. We got a hotel room and everything.
We'll see. We'll see afterwards. How depends on how fast I can get up out of there. But
Yeah.
this weekend, man, that's right. The pay per view. Damn, I am not gonna. I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch the pay per view this week too either, unless I stream it on my tablet while I'm at the show. Pro Wrestling Magic is this weekend in Ridgefield Park on Saturday, so I'll be back there behind the curtain. So I might have to have my tablet open while I'm working that show as well. And then
Oh, I didn't know it was the same day.
yeah,
All
and
right.
then the very next day I have We Are One. Uh yeah, it's a Sunday morning. Well, what time is this Sunday? Yeah, it's a 2 p.m. show. I gotta be there by 12 noon. So yeah, I was thinking about staying in a hotel this weekend, obviously, and just do the show off my laptop. So I'll figure it out. We'll figure out this
Yo, I'll
Sunday.
I'll talk to you during the week. Maybe you could just crash here because, like, Richfield Park's 10 minutes away. Even if
Yeah.
I'm probably going to Magic. I don't know. I didn't know it was the same day as Survivor Series because there's a Survivor Series pay-per-view party thing going on at my friend's house that we go
Go
every
ahead,
time.
go do
So
that,
I
whatever.
might go there or I might go to Magic. I don't know. But either way, I mean, maybe you can crash here.
Oh,
Uh,
get crash your buddy. Yay.
even if I don't go to Magic, he's right there. He's looking out the window right now, watching people walk by. Hey, he must have heard you say his name because he turned around right away, buddy. There he goes.
All right, people. Thanks for tuning in to us three stooges and our shenanigans here on the show. If you'd like to get anything like the BodySlams podcast T-shirt, we got mugs. I believe hoodies. Probably, I think we got hats on there too. We got a variety of different things there. Jump on the BodySlamsPodcast.com. Check out our pod shop for our merchandise. Anything that used people buy out there, we get a small percentage that goes into a little bank, which will help keep us on air here to all the platforms at the same time. Our man Joey has ProWrestlingTees.com. You can go jump over there. Joey Image. Look him up. He has a whole bunch of
Yeah,
variety
there's a
of
sale going on right now, so check it out.
yeah. So don't hesitate. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to all our social medias at the bottom: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. We're not sure how long Twitter's gonna last right now with the new ownership. So till then, just add us anyway. But thanks for tuning in, folks. We really appreciate people who do chime in and chat with us or leave comments, questions, and the chat room's always open for everybody. For Joe T, I'm Chio. You're watching BodySlams podcast here every Sunday at 10 a.m. unless we reschedule it.
And Buddy says goodbye too.
And Buddy and Andre the Guinea's around, and Thor's over there somewhere with T. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Joe show in an empty hallway.
I just called the dog and he's just standing there looking. He didn't actually come. Come here, bud. Whatever.
All right.
I tried.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time, folks.